All right, we're gonna we're gonna begin as if you can begin. Um, so I'll just say a few words as ever, and then we can just talk. So um, the only thing really that there is to say here, the only thing that wants to be expressed here is that all there is what is, and in a way. That, of course, doesn't mean anything for that which seeks this. It doesn't mean anything at all. And so the best thing that I can say is that this is just the end of seeking. All this is the end of seeking. This is the end of seeking. That sums it up. That's the best expression of it all, really, is that this is just the end of seeking. Immediacy is just the end of seeking. What is just the end of seeking. So there's just a seeming sense of me wandering around, attempting to control and hold on to everything, and then there isn't. There's just the end of seeking. There's just the end of that apparent uh, world just falls apart. And this is what's left. What's left is this. What's left is what always was. It's just this. Just what is. The incredibleness of just this. Just nothing added, nothing required, nothing extra. Just plain old this. It's um it seems so ridiculous even to talk about this because this is just everything as it is. There isn't anything that's needed or added or that needs to be found. And there's nobody that can find anything. So the nature of what we'll talk about is always going to be this strange conversation where there is that which attempts to be looking for something, and all that this can express is, well, this is just the end of seeking. There's an attempt to try to find something. The me attempts to try to find something. The me state can only do that. That's all it can do. All it can do is contract. It just can contract, apparently. And in that contraction, there's just the sense that everything is not enough. There's never enough. There's always something coming next. There's always something over the rainbow. There's always a pot of gold to look for. When all there is gold. All there is this. So that's so for in some way that energy just falls apart. That energy of seeking, that energy that we call myself or me, just apparently falls apart. And when there's a falling apart of that, it isn't that something happens. When we talk about that falling apart, it's actually the end of happening. Happening goes on and on and on and on. It apparently happening, and then happening just stops. So this is also the end of happening. This is nothing happening. Anyway, that's a few words there, and then we can just talk about whatever you want now. So, whatever it is that you feel, whatever it is that you would like to express, please do. We can talk about that. There's no right question or wrong question. Questions, in fact, are really just the um, the nature of me. It's just the me state expressing itself. They're completely meaningless questions. They don't have any meaning. And of course, there is no answer to those questions because this doesn't give any answers. This doesn't have, this is not something which is holding anything at all. This is just an expression which out of nothing that is really just pointing out the inevitable uh, the nature that the what believes that it is asking a question is not really what it is what there's whatever asks the question is not real. Ultimately, this is just the undermining of the questioner. It's not an answer to anything. It's an undermining of what that which asks the question. There's no knowledge here at all. It's like talking to a dog or a cupboard or a wall or anything, you know, much less. It's very, and for me, it's very boring, of course. Very boring. This message is extremely boring for me. Me gets extremely bored with this because it's not doing anything. It's not getting anywhere and it's not trying to find anything. It's just what it is, which is in another way quite relaxing. There's nothing to find. All there is immediacy.
Hey, David.
Hi, Tej. How you doing, man? Nice to see
Actually, I'm afraid to ask a question after your line that this is the undermining of the questioner.
you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it is the undermining of the questioner because obviously I can't. There's nothing to answer. Whatever your question is, it can't be answered, right? I can't give you an answer.
Well, I was going to ask, you mentioned this is the end, just simply the end of seeking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, here it seems to be more happening in the sense that there seems to be a lot of sense of loss.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know where that fits in with the seeking.
Well, I mean, a sense of loss, as in a sense of feeling that I have lost something, is a part of a story, which is I have lost something and I need to gain something back. So it's about loss and gain and this kind of thing. And this, of course, is part of the story. It's like it's about loss and gain. But in a certain sense, what you know, I mean, the collapse of me is in a certain sense a let go. It's a falling apart, but it isn't a falling apart for anyone. It is the end of that which believes that it is someone. It's the end of the seeker. So this
So,
is the end
in
of
a
seeking.
sense, it is like dying.
Yes, in a sense, except that dying is very dramatic. It sounds very dramatic, and so the me then imagines, a long. line of, people on either side with thousands of balloons and flowers that they're throwing on the etc etc. You know what I'm saying? It's a big death, you know, and so that becomes that's a bit it's not what this is. The me isn't the me isn't real. It's, in a certain sense, you can call it a state of energy. It's a state of energy which collapses. But that's what death is. It's just an apparent ending of a state of energy, in a way.
Yeah, but it does feel like that. Balloons are not, right?
Well, I mean, but it feel like that, in how do you mean feel like that? It feels, in a certain sense, that there is a complete falling apart of that character. Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, but the body as I mean, if you look at, you know, animals, plants, there's no me there, but that those bodies of energy just apparently do what they do, and there's no requirement for there to be me involved in any of that. So it's not like there is a physical death in that. It's just the end of seeking. It's the end of the seeker.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, it can be quite dramatic, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
it's
just
true.
simply that
No,
the seeking has stopped or
no,
something like that. Oh
it's
my
true.
God.
No,
Yeah.
it can be very dramatic, yeah, apparently dramatic. Yes. It depends, in a certain sense. I think it sort of depends on the character of that body. Some bodies are very dramatic and others really aren't. And of course, it doesn't make any difference whether there's a dramatic ending or there's just a complete slipping away. What does it matter?
Hmm.
What is so important about it being, you know, an explosion versus, I don't know. It doesn't. Why is an explosion important?
No, it's not. It's just, yeah, what's happening. I guess in this case, it wants a certain balloons or flowers or something.
Well, exactly. I mean, I think most me's imagine that, because the me state, this the contraction of me, seems that seems to be very important because it seems to be right at the base of everything, you know. So that's what it seems to people are very focused in that sense of there being a center of my life. Um,
Yeah.
Apparently,
I,
but there
yeah.
isn't one.
Yeah. I actually almost feel like if we actually heard this message, we wouldn't be in this meeting. We would be
Oh yeah, of course.
remembering
Yeah,
there's something that's not hearing. When you start hearing the message,
yeah.
you run for cover.
Well,
You
I
run
mean,
for your life.
you just don't, just meetings become completely irrelevant. Yeah, I mean, I stopped going to meeting, apart, of course, from Tony's meetings, because I love the man. That can't, that can't, but it's a different, it's a different thing. But it's not, there's no seeking anymore in that. There's no, in that arena. There's no needing to go to that, into those arenas. Of course, no, no.
No, I mean the message itself, if you really one really hears it, is actually terrifying in a way.
In a way, yeah,
At least I
it
feel
is
that.
terrifying. If me is very, if there's a very strong sense of me, and it's got a life, and it's got it's got everything, all of the plates are spinning, then yeah, it's very threatening to that, because it's sort of like, well, who's
Hmm.
going to be in control of all of that? As if the me is in control of all of that. It's amazing. There's a sense of belief that all of that life was created by me. Of course, it wasn't. There's nothing that's created by me because me is just a state of contraction in the body. The body just can go on doing all the things that it normally does, and that me doesn't need to be involved.
Yeah.
The only thing that would sort of fall away is the seeking, the aspect that is about trying to find something, the aspect that is trying to find something in, in some way, some existential revelation. There's just none of that. There's just life. All there is just life apparently happening. Just this. And and that's enough. That's it's just enough. This is enough. There isn't anything else.
Thanks, David. See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Thank you. Is there anything, this is from Wayne. He says, is there anything more insane to a me than death? Because no one can know what death is. So death is unknowable. Yeah. Somehow the annihilation of separation sounds softer than the death of me. Yeah, I mean, it's the separation the end of me is the end of separation. So they're the same. They're one and the same thing. Sense of separateness because there's no looker, there's no one looking. But yeah, I mean what you say. Um, yes, that death is unknowable, and in a certain sense, this is the the um, the the end of that which is seeking to know death. This is just unknowableness, and there's just a dissolution into unknowableness.
Hi, David.
Hi.
Yeah, just what I was thinking about death.
Ah, it's
Uh,
Wayne. Hi. So yeah. Yeah.
yeah, because there's nothing more insane than to not know what something is, and you can't know. Or it
Yeah.
seems like nothing because you want to know everything. That's what keeps
Yeah.
the energy of me going, I suppose.
Well, I mean, I don't know whether that's true. I think that the energy of me simply uh, it tries to understand everything, and that's the nature of me.
Yeah,
So it isn't that it kind of gathers energy by doing that. It just simply that's what it does. It just keeps on trying to know everything. Me is just all about needing to know because it is just a function which is about contraction. It just contracts around everything. Yeah, it's this one trick pony, right? It's this constant thing that it does. It just contracts. And everything that we're talking about around me, trying to know everything, seeking everything, questions, all of that is just the expression of that contraction. It's just the purging of that contraction is in the form of questions or all of that.
yeah, which sort of gives me the life to. I mean, without the problems, would I even exist, sort of thing? So
Well,
it all
no, no,
it
you
seems
wouldn't.
to be all connected. That
Yeah.
you want death or an end. I don't know what it is. Maybe an end to the question, or you say the end to seeking, but an end, which would mean death. But also, I need the life of a problem because if I haven't got anything to do, then I'm dead.
Well, yeah, but what I mean about this kind of statement, the statement of non-duality being extremely boring. People are always sort of, various people that talk about this try to spice it up. That because it's still coming from a sense of me. So there's an attempt to kind of try to spice this up, but this doesn't need spicing up.
Yeah.
This is extremely boring to me. Me finds this extremely boring because it's got nothing next. There's nothing next.
Mm.
That's the real that's the difficulty for me is that what's next? It's always like what's next? Well, what's the next thing that I need to get to?
You mean the next problem to keep me
The
going?
next problem, or even what you were saying, like the next solution. It's that problem, solution, right? It's all like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the way people live because it's a kind of, in a way, it's a sort of distraction in a way.
Well, yeah. I mean, because it keeps me going, doesn't it? I mean, if there's nothing to fix, then what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm no,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
not
mean,
needed,
yeah,
am
I
I?
mean, but the funny thing is, like, I mean, if you have a look at dogs and cats and things like that, they don't kind of get up in the morning and think, right, what do I have
Yeah,
to fix today? Because I've got to fix something, because
yeah.
that's
I'm
what I'm
arguing.
about.
I'm just. I don't think arguing to. I'm not arguing about the. I'm just
No,
sort of
no, I know.
explaining how things seem to
Yeah,
function. Is like I need something. I need a problem to feel alive. I mean, because if it's just simply this, it's and I feel separate from it.
yeah, that's excruciating. Yeah,
At the beginning, and that's not enough.
no.
I can't hear what you're saying. What do you mean? This is it.
Yeah, well, I know.
So if I can't have if I've got separation, then I'm gonna need something to do.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna need a problem to stay alive. And
that's it. That they come to get they're one and the same thing. If there is separation, then immediately the body will try to find something to do.
yeah, which brings you back to death again because we're talking about the end of separation, and it's already so. There is no such thing. But
Yeah,
this is what, and I can't hear that. Or this energy can't hear that, which I claim is me. And then we're talking about the insanity of maybe a death's always around the corner or the end, which is the
yeah.
end of my problems. But I want that, but I don't want it. You know what I mean? It's
Of course, no, that
like a
this
double
is
bind, isn't it?
yeah,
You're
you're
caught in a trap.
describing perfectly the sort of dilemma of me, It longs for its own death,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it wants to be there when it happens. And that's the thing. There's no that's that there is no happening, like I was saying. It's the end of happening.
yeah.
It's the end of happenings. This is the end of
It's what
happening.
I want, and it's like this. It's other. Yeah, I don't know. I hear it a lot in other meetings as well. That it's the pull and push all the time. You want it, but you don't want it.
Yeah,
I love to hear this, but it's sometimes some.
awful. Yeah, excruciating.
Yeah, but you can't. Once.
No, no, and you can't help coming either, coming or not coming, because this is essentially that, like I've said before, this is just magnetic. This that what there's something there which is just drawn to this message, to this statement, this expression. It's just drawn to it magnetically. It just draws into that. Can't
Yeah,
help it. It's not nothing to do with you. The whole thing is that it's got nothing to do with you.
yeah. I mean, that's
You're
just.
not in control of any of it, of whether this falls away, whether it doesn't fall away. There's no control.
And when you say that can bring on about like there's no control. and that could bring about, oh, brilliant, and then at the same time, shit, you know. So it's the same double thing
Yeah,
again.
well, yeah, of course.
Both at the same time. It's great. I'm not in control. Then, oh shit, I'm not in control.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. There's a
I'm not saying that's wrong, or
no,
just
no, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
what. It's just always that
yeah, yeah.
duality, I suppose, or
Absolutely, yeah. It's
polarity.
dualism. Yeah,
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 totally. Yeah.
yeah. That's it's just. I think when the feeling of death is around, you know, which just seems to be around all the time. I don't want it, you know.
Hmm.
I don't want that death. But so it's again, but I do want it as well. So it's unwinnable, or it feels there's a no-win-win situation.
No,
Or
it's hopeless, actually. It's
yeah,
wonderfully hopeless
and
in
that's
the sense.
wonderful. And then again, when it's not wonderful, it's hopeless and it's
Yeah, well,
terrible.
that's it. That's why
So
there's
that
always
again,
these
yeah,
sort of paradoxical expressions within in a certain sense within what is expressed here. This is just a
yeah.
paradox. This
It's
can't be known.
wonderful. It's wonderful to hear how divinely hopeless it is. And then when it is divinely hopeless, and it really is divinely hopeless, and it just turns into something. Oh no, I'm going to die now, and it isn't so divine anymore. It's death, isn't it?
Well,
It's
I mean, it's death, but there's no, as you
all the
pointed out,
drama. I
there's
mean,
no
all the
knowing of
drama,
that's death.
the drama of death. You know, the drama queen,
The
or the
drama, yeah, which is actually not death.
because it's
That's just
unknowable.
it's the fantasy of death.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is that yeah? Because I don't know about it,
No,
and like you, I was thinking you're saying you don't know about what death. You
no,
don't know anything.
no.
So, but the me always wants to know everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that's it.
I had to fix things. What does this mean? What does that mean? And
Yeah,
that's like the breath of what I breathe. You know, it's the life. And I'm just going around in circles again
no problem, no problem. Thank
because
you
that's
so
what it
much.
does, doesn't it? It just goes round in a loop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does, it does. That's the nature of me. The nature of me is that loop. You know, it does
Yeah,
that.
I've got it. No, I haven't. I've got it. It's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Gone again.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Thanks,
Thank
Wayne. Thank you.
Hi, David.
Hi. Where are you? Ah, yes, Dahlia.
How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Yes, how are you?
Fine, thank you. I
Good.
was just wondering, what do you mean really when you say end of happening and or nothing happens?
It's
Does
the
it
end of
rather,
time.
yeah, so there's no more story and the sense of continuity. That's it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
exactly
it.
right. Yeah.
And that's not more than that.
No, no more than that.
Yeah,
It's just that the idea of death, the end of me, seems to be something that happens. It's something at that moment. It's a moment
okay, yeah.
for me, for the me state. It's a moment in the future where something's going to happen to me,
Mhm.
and actually, it is the actual end of happenings. It's not that it's another happening. It's the end of happenings. It's in a certain sense the end of all of that ideology about something going to happen is the end of that.
Happening in this sense, what do you mean at the end, the happening?
It's
Is
the
that
end of it's the end of happenings. It is the end of something or something seeming to happen is the end of that.
so there is no story attached to a continuous send,
But there's no story. It's the end of story.
yeah, it doesn't mean that. This is what my question actually.
Yeah, it means the end of story.
Okay, so I just wanted
Same. Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sense of next
Exactly. Yeah.
and
Time.
and
All there
before
is
and
immediacy.
after. Yeah. Okay. So really the narrative. This is what you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
that's it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure. Yeah.
Hi, David.
Hi,
Hi.
Dario. Yeah, hi.
I recently stumbled upon your videos and enjoyed
Oh, okay.
quite a lot.
Oh, good. Yeah, thank you.
Also the connection to Yuji, but anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, in one of your videos, you said or used the word the me is a fever, or the falling away of the me can be feverish. I don't know what you meant of the two.
Well, I mean, I've sometimes described it as a sort of the me state as a sort of fever. It's got nothing to do with anybody. Nobody creates it, does it, or has anything. There isn't anybody doing that. It's just like a kind of fever,
Hmm.
human fever.
Because it's seeking for something which doesn't exist,
Well,
and
it's
it's
a
just,
hallucination. It's a
yeah,
hallucination. It's kind of in a way, it's like, you know, it's a state which is a complete hallucination where everything is separate, apparently separate from me. So it's like a kind of a fever, hallucination
hmm,
in a way. Yeah. It's just a description.
yeah. But you didn't mean that in the falling away it can be a fever, the death.
No, no, I don't mean it like that you go into a kind of fever and
Yeah.
and suddenly you everything. No, I mean, again, with that sort of when this seems to end, the ending of me, for different bodies that can be different. And I mean, Yuji's expression, for example, is it's so dramatic, the whole process, that sort
Calamity.
of whole thing falling away, exactly like he is an extremely dramatic person, in his nature. So so that the expression of that is very much like the me, struggling to stay around, and before it falls away. But then there is just when that just does, there is just that's just fallen away. What is very clear is that this is extremely normal. This is extremely ordinary and normal. There isn't anything weird or strange, or there's somehow different a greater abilities at running fast, or being able to kind of see through walls or something like that. You don't get any of that. All there is just what is, and what is enough, because there's nobody looking for it. So as I said at the beginning, this is the end of seeking. It's just the end of seeking. The energy for seeking falls apart.
Yeah. Thank you, David.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe briefly, you said
Yeah.
before that the drama is part of the drama of dying is part of the illusion. Like
Yes,
the movie
it's the
imagines
fantasy.
itself to be, yeah, to be
Y-
like this big drama, but that's actually just death is not a drama. It's just the drama is part of the me,
Yeah.
the story. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, the drama is what I mean by drama, is just it's the fantasy about what death means, and the playing out of that through the me state being terrified of death, or of dying, or of that whole thing. There's a huge there's terror involved in what is imagined to be death. But of course, this is death. All there is death, if you like, or life, death as one. There's no life, there's no death. There wasn't anybody born, so there isn't anybody that dies.
No, that's incomprehensible. But
Yeah, it is absolutely incomprehensible, and this is completely incomprehensible, and in a way, what it does is kind of like see that all the questions around this are completely irrelevant. This is a complete irrelevance of all questions about this. It's just a child playing with a ball. It's just, that's what it is. It's everything else is irrelevant. That child is not considering whether there's considering life or death, or the meaning of the universe, or something like that. There's no thought about that. There's just a ball. All there is a ball, playing with a ball. It's just an example, but I'm just saying the same thing. All there is immediacy.
thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, David.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, how are you?
I was just thinking as you're talking today that it seems that all description just fails.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
It's
it's too simple to describe. That's the thing. You can't really describe it. It's too simple.
and
So
I remember when you a time or two ago when you said something about a fever and how that sounded like such a great description of it, but now it just all fails.
yeah,
All
I know.
the description fails,
Yeah,
and I can see where it has a purpose in talking about perhaps in talking about this message,
sometimes. Yeah.
but it still seems to just fail.
Oh yeah. Words fail me. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's not
pretty,
something that can be talked about.
no, it's pretty amazing. It's very amazing.
Well, I mean, it is like sort of nothing and everything. So that is quite a lot to. You can't really describe that. Yeah.
Yeah. And to talk about the death of me, and yet there's no death of anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Quite. No, it's absolutely. It's absolutely. It's the end of an apparent quality of contraction, which is not there's no death. There is no death.
Yeah.
So as you say, yeah.
Yeah. And even talking about contraction, which there's
Yeah.
in any word that we use, we try to wrap our heads around,
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to understand
Well,
it.
me does, yeah. Me does.
Yeah, and that's where it fails.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, the other, but the other thing is that we could just sit here in silence, and the silence would fail as well.
It would. It would definitely.
Because there would be an intention in it to be better than talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's silence or words
Doesn't
or whatever
matter.
it is. It's
Nothing
just,
matters.
yeah, it's just the story, the me trying to wrap its head around and
Yeah,
understand what's
yeah,
happening or
that's
not
right.
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or attempting to say that one thing is one way is better than another. Like, so for not saying something is better than saying something. Of course, it cannot be. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not. It isn't. The ultimately, it's just you can say exactly the same thing, and either it matters or it really doesn't matter. You know, if it doesn't matter, you can say whatever the hell you want, you know, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Or
Yeah.
you know, if you see what I'm saying, it's
Mm.
yeah.
And there's such a, a joy, dare I say, such a
Mm,
joy and a freedom.
mm.
I don't know. Don't even know what that means. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, David, and everyone.
Hi, Canada.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm just noticing my bodily reaction to what's being said, and uh, talking about fever. My body actually heats up when we have this discussion.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
It's like there's movements happening,
Mm.
and sensations start to happen, and and it feels like there's a sort of build up of this ball of energy, and I don't know what to do with it. It's sort of like
Hmm.
it's like, should I express something? This is what my me wants me to. It's like, well, I feel something, so I should express, or I should, have this ideas and thoughts about things. But um, if I don't sort of react to the sensations, they subside. So is that sort of a bit like the sort of dissolving of the moon? Because it's like there's these patterns that I have of way of being, and um, and if I don't react to them straight away, like I would do, like a spontaneous thing, they dissolve of their own accord.
Well, I mean, this isn't expressing that there's any right way or wrong way.
No, I was
This
just
isn't this
question
isn't
in myself about what is this sort of um, letting go of the me of the
well, that what you're asking is in a way how to do something. What is it? How do I understand it?
yes.
Right, yeah. That's me.
Of course it is.
So that's the me state is the thing that wants to understand, that thing that wants to get it's observing what's going on. It's watching, it's seeing what's going on with your body, seeing whether oh maybe I should do this, maybe I shouldn't do that. It's kind of like it's the fly on the wall, observing everything and sort of get it, having that.
Hmm.
That's just how what me does. Me is sort of hyper vigilant in a certain way. It's
Yeah,
sort of
it is
the
very.
watcher.
Hmm.
Yes.
And then at some point it wants to have an opinion about what's happening, or
Yeah, well, it likes opinions. Opinions, it really likes that. Yeah, because that's, all me's have got, very clear opinions about how, me is all about having an opinion. It's about having a stance. It's about having a kind of clear picture about what's going on.
hmm.
Whereas in actual fact, there's nobody that knows what's going on. Nothing knows what's going on.
Now I quite like that,
Yeah.
but it doesn't last very long.
No, no, no. Sure.
I do like it for an instant.
Yeah, well, no, but there's a lot of
Play
freedom in that in
play
in a
with that.
way.
I do
Yeah.
like it, and my
Yeah.
body, my body likes it.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
But because it doesn't, it is it something that eventually the more you, is it?
No, no, no. That's a method there, that right there. So that's trying to find a sequence.
Yeah.
If I do this for X number of years and then I do that, then say it's like that. But actually,
Because I have been in so many different sort of
I
ways
know.
of trying
Yeah.
to work
Yeah.
things out, and I've done so many processes, and
Yes.
nothing has really.
But in a way, that in itself is the answer, that there is no way.
Mm, come to the end of the road.
Yes. There
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 is
is no actual, all of the roads, all of the paths are actually just created fantasies. They're just fantasies. All paths are fantasies. There is no path. There was never a path. It wasn't just suddenly, that there was, these lots of established paths. There was never a path. There was just actually, fantasies about getting somewhere, which of course is just the nature of me. Me just goes from A to B. So it's got a path in that way.
But what if the getting somewhere is to nowhere and to nothing?
Well, why would you need, I mean, it's already nowhere, nothing. There's no, if it's already, how can you get to nowhere and nothing? Doesn't make sense.
But you're saying that when that whatever happens, there's a release of the contraction, and so then,
Well,
like, is
mhm.
there a realization, or is it just
No, it's
nothing?
just the end of seeking.
Okay.
It's the end of happenings. It's the end of trying to get somewhere. It's the end of waiting for something to happen. In fact, that's a good way of saying it. It's the end of waiting for something to happen. The me is constantly waiting for something to happen. This is the end of waiting for something to happen.
But what I'm saying is, I'm waiting for nothing to happen.
Well, that's still you're turning nothing into something, and then you're waiting for it to happen. So, so, so it's, you know, this is the difficulty, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's always about this thing of waiting for
If
something
I'm
to happen.
doing like this Taoist alchemy practice,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
yes, and it's like I can't, you know, I'm being told to like my mind has to go to my heart, and I can, how does that happen?
That sounds like bloody hard work to me.
It is hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, if you next time you see a, you know, a kangaroo doing that, then let me know. As far as I know, they just bounce around.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's just a very kind of, it's a, you know, it's very much to do with that fever state, you know. And in that fever state, I've got to do something. There's meaning, there's purpose, that everything is separate from me, and I've got to fix myself. I've got to fix myself because nobody else is going to, so I'm going to fix it.
Mm.
I mean, that's that good luck, you know. There's nobody doing anything. It's just what seems to be happening, what's apparently happening.
Mm. So is it like we're always suffering then, in a sense, as me?
Well, the me state, you could say, is what is described in some ways of describing it as sufferance. Yeah. It's because whatever seems to happen always seems to happen to me and is about a story of me. And that is sufferance. Because if there's a me, then, you know, me takes on all of the traumas and the various things that seem to happen, and that's my life. It's mine. Those are my traumas. This is my pain, and it's all happening to me. And that's sort of that, in a way, what that does is sort of magnify whatever pain there was many, many fold. And that's sufferance.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Just one other thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I had a resistance of joining these meetings because
Me too.
ruin my plans. I knew it would ruin my plans if I joined this meeting.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You know, I've got all my agendas and stuff. And
yeah. I know.
so,
I mean, yeah, it's, well, but there's also something there that wants their plans ruined as well.
yes, I'm just saying it's just interesting how it's like, oh, why, you know, questioning everything that I want to do or feel I should be doing, or yeah.
Well, there's no more with this. There's, you know, with what is, there's no more shoulds. There's just what seems to be going on there.
Mm,
You know, that body will just go towards pleasure and away from pain. That's it. It's very simple.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, David. It's
Hi,
Catherine.
Catherine. Hi, Catherine. Hi.
Yeah. So literally, the me only knows the known and has likes to have a map on the known. And what you're saying is just there's no known, there's no world, there's no known. It's all unknown, unknowable. So there's everybody. We're all blah blah blah. We're all trying to have a map, to have an understanding, and oh, now I know what he means, and
Yes,
it's
right.
yeah. And the questions, it's like throwing a question to a wall, seemingly that there's an answer that comes back like a ball, you know, but it still leaves a question. because it's incomprehensible. So a question doesn't get answered. It's just the ball at the wall, and it comes back. And
it just comes back to you. Yeah, there's no, you know, there's nothing that's answered at all, because there's no answer to this. This doesn't have any answers here. There's no answers here. You know, this is just the end of the questioner.
So that there seems to be trying to like to understand, and there seems to be a reply. Is it just sounds, just the sound of a voice and the sound of another voice?
Well, it's just energy. All there is energy. Yeah, I mean, there's energy in the there's energy. The question is energy. The apparent answer is energy. But it is all it is energy. It has no meaning or purpose. There's no nothing to be found in that question and answer process that gives you knowledge or understanding. No, no way. As everybody here will very easily will be able to say as well, is that there isn't anything that's understood here. Nobody will get any understanding in these kind of meetings at all. No, because there's nothing to understand. That's in a certain sense, that's the whole point of, I mean, if there's a point, is just that there's no understanding. There's no possibility of there being understanding. And there can just be a complete letting go into that. There can just be a complete falling away into not knowing.
So the energy, in a way, is the same energy that seems to be contracted and seems to be misunderstood as an individual.
Yeah.
Whether there's already no individual, it's just always this contracted energy that plays out this way or something.
The quality of that sense of contraction, the me state, you know, will try to understand, and that's what tries to know, and then apparently that can completely fall away. And then all that's left is this, and there's no that all those questions are completely irrelevant.
Yes, I mean, the trying to understand is that
that's just what's happening.
Gone. Yeah.
That's just what's happening. That you can't understand
because
why
it's trying to understand.
I'm trying to understand something.
Yeah, it's trying to understand is justice. What is justice? It's trying to understand.
It's what is. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but it's just a loop. It's just
a loop.
It's just trying to give me something. Give me something about something to understand something. You know, no.
So
can't understand this.
Yeah, I'm still trying to understand.
Yeah,
finding another question and another question. It's like,
Okay.
right, for me, I have a screen and I see a few faces, and some are familiar, and most are familiar faces anyway.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it can't be understood. That's
It can't be understood.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, David.
Hi, Nancy.
I think that's what has happened. Thank you, Catherine, for that, because I think that's what's happened this morning is that trying to, what she said, trying to understand just falls away.
Mm. Hmm.
And I think that's what has happened this morning.
Mm. Yeah.
And that's why all descriptions fail,
Yeah.
because there's no understanding any of it.
No, there's no understanding any of it.
Yeah. And I love what you said, Catherine, also about there is no path. Same thing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no path, and there never was a path.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. And it's saying that there's such a value to these meetings. Thank you for this meeting so much.
Thank you. No, it's a pleasure. Honestly, yeah, yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, David.
Hi,
Michael.
Michael. Ah, hi, Michael. Hi. Yes.
Hey. So there's no need to understand because we never existed. There's no need because we don't exist. The me doesn't exist, the one that needs to
Well,
understand.
me, yeah, me
Doesn't
is
exist.
only a parent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sense. I like it's said that it's a sense of separation. And yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Thanks. Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Thanks, Michael. Thank you.
Hi, David.
Anita.
Hi, yes.
Hi.
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 Good to see you.
You too. You too. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
it's like this is nothing happening, and what's apparently happening is also nothing happening.
Mm-hmm.
But then there is a but. Yeah, it's like, so yeah, it's in the story. A few weeks ago, a good friend was talking a little bit negative about another good friend, and then I don't like that at all. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's what's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just a preference. You don't like particular behaviors or
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's just a preference. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah.
David, hi.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Charlie. Yeah.
I loved when you say it's the end of the waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
This anticipation and just we missed the point at there and then.
Yeah.
But how would you relate it? I don't know. I know it's very theoretical question, but how do you relate the end of this waiting and the end of knowledge or knowing?
Well, it's the end of the one that waits and the end of the knower.
Yes, this is what yes. But I think it's the same energy, knowing and waiting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It is.
But I don't see it like that, that way. I know it's the same because when it's not there, it's not there. I mean, neither are there, but it doesn't feel the same energy.
Well, it's variations on the same theme.
Okay.
You can wait. The me can be in a certain way that in a way waiting is sort of a kind of resignation. It's kind of a point where there's no it can see you can't move forward and you can't move back. So I'm just going to wait here.
Isn't
So
it rather a symptom of knowing?
well, no, it's kind of a stalemate. I would say it's kind of like a stalemate. It's kind of like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to stay put. Whereas knowing is really seeking. It's kind of on a path going somewhere. It's trying to find something.
Because knowing is just this relationship between the knower and the known. I mean, the illusory relationship, of course.
Yeah.
But how does waiting come into place then?
Well, waiting is just, in a certain sense, the recognition, perhaps, that trying to know something doesn't work.
Okay.
So
That's a very good way to put it anyway. So it's seeking.
Yeah.
I know I am, so there's something wrong, so I have to seek for something else away.
Right.
In the story, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, in that sense. So it's still a symptom of knowing in a way. It's an outgrowth. It's a seeming.
Yeah, you could say I mean, there's
seeming consequence, dreamt.
all of these are different expressions of the me. Me can be a knower, me can be a seeker, me can be a waiter in a waiting room. It can do all these kind of things. All of these things, trying to find a more comfortable situation where it feels like it's getting somewhere.
Yeah, but when I said knowing, it was more of a being conscious of something. This is what I meant by knowing, not a knowing of, you know, someone or, you know, a
Well,
situation.
consciousness, what do you mean by conscious of something?
Yeah, this is the sense of I know I am, you know, this is the first, you know, like the only knowing
Well, that's, I mean,
sense
it's
of
still,
reality being real.
yeah, I mean, I think that's still, it's still the foundational illusion that there is a knower.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. And then waiting or comes because of this sense of dis-ease or fever or whatever.
Yeah, this sense, it's all one. It's the
Yeah,
sense of
yeah, yeah.
it's the
It's
sense of,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
me. If there is a sense that I am real
Hmm.
and you know separate and a thing, an entity called me, then there is you know then an immediate in the same breath there is a
Yes,
movement into seeking.
sure. Yeah, yeah. As well.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
holding these meetings.
Oh, pleasure. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
David. It's like a survival of something that's already not there. It's like it's something trying to survive and,
Well,
you know,
yeah, it seems like that. I mean, there isn't actually, there's just contraction. So contraction seems to be like a survival mechanism, you know. But it's, I mean, essentially, it's just there's it's a fear of the unknown. It's a fear of not knowing, fear of not
yeah,
being able to understand.
yeah,
You know.
because you believe you're so much you're real that you have to protect
Yeah.
yourself by knowing, like if you go through the jungle and, but yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's quite innocent, really, isn't it? It's
Oh,
very
totally.
innocent.
Utterly
Yeah,
innocent. Is there, there's nothing, this is
yeah,
why, in a way, I kind of talk about that fever because there's no, you know, it's just completely innocent, isn't it? There's nothing that does that, that creates that, you know, that it's my fault, that there's some sort of sin at the origin of that, which I did. No, it's got nothing to do with you.
yes, yes, yes.
There's,
That's
there's,
beautiful.
there's, there's nothing, yeah, there's nothing,
Mm.
there's no blame, no possibility of blame or shame or anything like that. It's all just what seems to happen.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi again.
Hi.
Yeah, it's funny how you bring up the fact that there's never been any sin, no one there to be guilty. And just closing my eyes, it's like feelings of childhood, you know, that I've been naughty somehow.
Yeah.
And that's why this feeling of separation is like, oh, I'm cut off from the love of parents because I have been naughty, you know, and it's like amazing what comes up.
Well, there's an idea that everything is my responsibility.
But there's a strong feeling of, oh, I've been naughty. So you're putting,
Yeah.
literally was put in the corner to be punished. There's a lot of that type of punishment.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
still personal.
Yes. Yeah. Well, of course, but it's taken, I mean, me, makes that part of my story. And then it's my responsibility. I've done something wrong. I've done something bad, and I need to be good. And so there's good, bad, responsibility, blame, shame, all of which are total illusion. The whole lot. The whole thing. Because it's all based on there being somebody that could be any of those things. There isn't anyone. All there is this. All there is immediacy. There's just what is. There isn't somebody in there pulling the strings.
So when there's a strong feeling, could I say that's what is? Just a very strong feeling surging.
There's just that. Yeah, there's just what
Yeah.
that is. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
And a smile and a nodding and
Well, I mean, that's,
I
this
guess, yeah. I
this
guess to
this
me
is just
that's
the end
real.
of that seeking, the end of the energy of seeking. It's the end of that energy of feeling that there is anyone at the root of all of this that could be shamed or blamed or that has responsibility. It's the end of that. It's the end of the seeker. It's the end of the knower. It's the end of the sinner and the end of the saint.
So that's the freedom.
That's the freedom.
That's the
This is unconditional.
empty,
This is
yeah,
unconditional neutrality. Unconditionally neutral.
which can't be
Another
understood.
word for love, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll
Yeah,
be here all night.
that's fine.
I just had the idea that someday I'll get it. But then there was this other idea that you cannot even say directly what it is. You're just always talking around it. Like there's no direct speaking of what this is.
Well, yeah, so you will never get it. There won't, this idea that there will be some day in the future is again something that's going to happen in some day in the future. And ultimately all that apparently happens is that the whole attempt to kind of the whole idea of waiting for that day in the future ends. This is the end of waiting.
I just can't agree or disagree with anything that you said.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's simply because there's nothing to agree or disagree with. There's not, this is not giving anything, or there's nothing for sale, if you like.
Hi. Could you say that it's death talking in a way, in a kind of language? It's nothingness equals death talking.
And life, death and life.
Death and life.
Yeah.
Yeah. What isn't at the same time.
Yeah. Any of those sort of paradoxes, in a way. It is a paradox. It's nothing and everything. But that doesn't really, what does that mean? It's not something that can be spoken of. But yes, that's what's talking, but that's what's talking here, and that's also what's talking there. It's not,
Yes. Yeah, because automatically there would be a projection that the speaker, you and or someone else, knows what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Literally, it's nothing talking. There's neutrality and
yeah. I mean, you as
death and life.
Yeah, I mean, as I previously said, you could just speak to the mug if you want. It would make no difference at all. I'm very happy to kind of, you know, it doesn't matter. It's not about the speaker, you know, it's nothing to do with the speaker. You know, all there is just what there is. There's just expression that comes out here and expression that comes out there. And over apparently over there, it seems that there is a sort of a sense of there being someone that is expressing something. And over here, there isn't.
Yeah. Wow. Yes.
But that's it. There's no there isn't that isn't something more. You know, something. You know, it's actually less.
Yes,
In a certain sense, I'm putting it in certain word terms now. But this is about loss. This is not about gaining anything. This is about total loss. This is the end of this is the end of that which seeks. It's the end of the energy of that which seeks.
I like how you said it, that it's the sense of being someone just isn't there anymore.
That's all. That's all.
That's so simple, and then it's obvious that nobody can do anything about that.
No. Yeah. No, nobody can do anything about that. This certainly didn't, you know, David didn't go along and try and figure out a formula in order to try to go and do, you know, and in order not to be there. You know, that's not what that's just simply not possible, because who would do that? It would simply be, you know, David trying to, you know, resolve David. It's ridiculous. It's impossible.
And I like how you title your website "This Immediacy," because then it's always all there is.
All there is this immediacy. There's
this
just
immediacy.
immediacy. There's just immediacy. There isn't anything else. That's the beauty of that. I love that word because it's got it all in there.
There's no time span in the immediacy. There's no room for a path or for getting there at some point in the future, because that's
there's no time for me, no space for me. There's just what is.
I mean, that's frightening when you say that.
Well, I mean,
because there's such a concrete.
There seems to be two ways that can be heard by, you know, the me can hear that and feel quite afraid, and then what seems to happen is that there can sometimes be a sense also that is quite lovely and quite relaxing, and actually, oh, well, you mean I don't have to figure it out? There isn't anything I need to do here. Just, you know, just for once, there's nothing to do, nothing to find, nothing to get. All that is longed for is already everything.
Oh. I'm going to cry now. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you, everyone. Really lovely to see you all.
That was great, David.
Thank you,
Thanks.
David. Thank
I'm
you.
glad. I'm going to be speaking. I'm going to be talking in Collette House in London on Saturday. If anybody wants to come, so please do. It's all on the events page if anybody's interested. But lovely to see you. I'll see you very soon. I'll send you out a new date when I've got one. Lovely,
you.
guys. Take care.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Bye for now.
Bye.